Yo, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel, and as you see, we're back to the 12-minute how to play series. So today I'm gonna do King. I've seen a lot of people are loving King videos, so I might as well do a quick tutorial on how to use them. So let's get straight into it. So first off, back one. Back one. So this move, it's a high, but it crushes a lot of moves, and it has a counter hit launcher. So if you do back 1-2, boom, 61 easy damage just from back one, right? You always want to throw this out until they start ducking, of course, right? And a lot of times, even on the way up, it will get them and you can get the full, launch. So, but always remember, if you only do back one, it's just going to do that, right? So you have to commit, you have to do back 1-2 to get the full launch and do something like that, whatever your heart desires. Okay. Next, we have down 4-2, arguably top 3 in King's arsenal, because it has a follow-up with down 4-2-1, right? And it's a launcher. Something like that, whatever you want to do, whatever combo your heart desires, like I said, you can do. But always remember, the second hit is a high, so they can duck it. But if the opponent hits a button or they step, they will most likely get hit, and I'll show an example, right? You can just keep doing it, right? And if they step, so watch. You see that? So they can duck like that. So you got to be careful. If the opponent is not quick enough, then they will get launched like that. You see that? So in this case, I'm doing a slight delay. The other one was a hard delay, right? If I'm doing down 2 and do that, they're going to duck it. But if I do down 2 and then let go, as soon as they take a step, they're going to get launched, right? But if I do down 2, 1, see that? So they got to be quick, as you can see, but in most cases you want to delay like that, so that when they step, they get hit right away. You don't want to delay it too much, because sometimes if the opponent is aware of the move, and they'll just duck it and they'll launch you, and you don't want that to happen. Next, we're going to talk about down forward 1. Look at the health bar. 2 hits. That's I think 60 damage gone. And just like down 4-2, this move is delayable, like just like that. So you can catch people off guard, right? You can do down one, and then delay it to get them off guard with the down 2, and now you're +5, and you can throw out a low, throw out a giant swing, whatever mix-up that you would like. So just like down 4-2 has a similar utility in the terms of having to delay a move and having a follow-up, but in this case, this is a mid, right? So the next time when you're doing down 4-2, right, you can do down 4-2, down 1-2, down 4-2, down forward 1-2. You see? That's the thing a lot of King players I've seen are not doing. A lot of King players are just throwing out power crush or grabs, but that is what you should be doing, because King hits hard. If you do the right pokes and place it correctly, he hits hard. Like, look at this, 2 down 4-2s, and you're already down 60 damage. So always keep that in mind and keep that in your tool. A forward 3, this move, also a mid, and it tracks a little bit, as you see when Steve steps to the side. But the goal is, when this kick hits the opponent, you have to hit 1+2, okay? And when you hit 1+2, you get this, and you can get boom. If they get up, that's guaranteed. If they roll, that's guaranteed. Knocks you down. Now it's your turn, and it's just a great mid. So as you see in the trend, King has a lot of good meaty mids. Okay, that is your goal, right? Because when you think about it, a lot of King players are grabbing a whole lot and they're getting punished, not knowing that King has all these mids that will destroy the opponent go into throws. Look at that. All of them. So always keep that in mind, that this is very useful. I promise it will help you win so much more. Okay, so number 1, giant swing. If you don't know, it is forward, back, down, down, forward, 1. The input is on the screen. The trick is always to split it up. So the trick I give to people and what I use is just after the forward, I slide my thumb back, right, without hitting the other buttons, right? I go forward, then I slide back, and I rotate around forward and then hit square. So next, we have Muscle Buster, which is quarter circle back, 1 plus 2, okay? And it also has a mix-up follow-ups. This throw is really fast. As you see, it's 11 frames. Giant swing is 10 frames, which is your fastest throw, and it's gonna be your most used throw, okay? Tombstone, right here, boom. Kind of, okay, also fast and does meaty damage, and also puts the opponent in a situation where they're in a mix-up, okay? And in an awkward getting up off the floor. And the tombstone input is down, back, forward, 2 plus 4. You have to do down, forward, or down, back, let go, then forward, and 2 plus 4 together, okay? And the most is the RDC. So this throw does about 100 damage. And right now, there hasn't been an update that I'm aware of, but if you grab an opponent with a chain throw as a punish, the whole chain is guaranteed. Yes, I said it. The whole chain is guaranteed. So any character in the game that has a chain throw, if you punish or punish counter, the whole chain is guaranteed and they cannot break it. I have the right stick, as you see, as 1 plus 4. Since I'm always going for it, it's just nice quick. I can just boom, boom, right stick. So that's my little shortcut. You can use it if you like, just so you know what I'm talking about. So here it is. That is the starter input for the RDC. And then the move list, you just need to look for versus Rolling Death Cradle, and you do the chicken wing face look right here. So it's just 3 inputs. You start out with the arm breaker, then you do this input, then you do the cradle. So, and lucky for you, it's there. It tells you how to break it, so you can always mix it up with the other option, okay? Out is Power Crushers. So you have back 3, which has a 1 plus 2 follow-up, and you can just spam it out. And this move is used for pressure, right? If the opponent is spamming a whole bunch of buttons or whatnot, this move is King's fastest. Actually, ooh, this might be his fastest Power Crush, but we'll get to that. Back 3, it comes out really fast, is my point. To get the opponent off you and put things back in neutral, right? And you get that follow-up, okay? So always remember, if you're having troubles, back 3, you know, remember it's a high, but it is really good. And I believe on block it is, let's see, oh, only -10. So in the worst case, you're gonna get 1-2. So it's reasonably safe, right? You're only gonna get a 1-2 punish, which we can take that. His next Power Crush I'm gonna talk about is down, back, 1 plus 2. So this attack, it is very useful, and it actually might come out faster than back 3. But the only difference is with down, back, 1 plus 2, you have to absorb the hits and then hit the button, okay? So I'll quickly show, just like that. You see that? If I press it too early, the opponent wins. Look at this. So I'm spamming the button. So no, you do down, back, 1 plus 2. Once the attack lands on you, then you attack, and that's what's gonna happen. So this is what this move is for, right? To absorb a hit and exactly do that, and you're both standing, and it's also a heat engager. So it's definitely a win-win, but you have to be careful with this move. Like I said before, if you click any button, right, too early, you will get hit, right? But you can also cancel out with other buttons. Look at that. So you can punish a neat trick, okay? So remember, you can absorb attack and then throw on an attack. So that is one of the setups I found out. You should definitely use that. Okay? This up, forward, 3 plus 4, and this move puts him into his running stance, right? And in the running stance, you have 1, which is a mid, you have 2, which is a high, you have 4, which is a low, and of course you have the RKO with his grab button. Okay, whatever your grab button is, if it's 1+3 and so on. In my personal opinion, you should only be going for either RKO or 1. The reason I say is because if they're thinking you're going to do RKO, 1 is going to knock them onto the ground for a follow-up. If they get hit with that, the next time they're probably just going to stand or try to react, right? And if they react too slow, then guess what? RKO. So it cuts out the other options when you think about it. Okay? So again, up 3+4. And when he's running, he has armor on him, so he can also absorb attacks just like down back 1+2. Gonna get you out of situations, but remember, this move is a lot slower than the other 2 power crushes, so he can get hit out of this pretty easily sometimes, just because the startup is very slow. Okay. Next, I want to talk about his other strings. Okay, so we have forward 2-1, really good. Mid-high, so the second hit can get ducked, but it's also a good whiff punisher, and it's a heat engager, so it's also a launcher, okay, when you dash out of it. So forward 2-1, also wall splats. Okay, we have forward 4-2. This move is really good because it forces the opponent into crouch on hits. Okay, and does boom, giant swing. Okay, because it puts them to crouch for a second and they come right back up, so now it's still your turn. You have the crouch throws, which are actually guaranteed, by the way, unless they make a change. And his last heat engager is, look at this, so 1+4, boom. After you do this 4-4-2, you can do that option to activate heat, or you can just do down 1+3 or down 2+4. He has 3 crouch throws, so they all do different things and different damage. With King, it's 4-4-1. As you see, it tracks and it has good range. Make sure you keep this at a distance because the range is good and it's not that fast coming out. Okay, and on counter hit, boom. The elbow is guaranteed, and that elbow is down 2+3. And then 2 lows I want to talk about is down back 3. So this move can transition to any of his throws. Down back 3, you know, into the muscle buster. You can do 2 in a row, or if you're fast enough, you can do the people's elbow. It's a little tricky, but you can get it sometimes. Okay, and then lastly, his best low that I didn't mention in the beginning is forward 2. Okay, not forward 2 like this, but forward stop forward 2. It should look like this. This is King's best low because it's so fast, has a lot of range, and you can just keep doing it. And you can transition to throws just like the rest of his moves. Okay, and the big one is this. 55 damage on counter hit. Just think about that for a second. 55 damage, you do that twice, that's 110 damage off just 2 hits. So without a doubt, this is King's best low and you should be using it. Okay, I think that's everything that's important about King. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you use these moves to the best of your ability. In my opinion, these are the best moves that you could use with King. These should help you win, should help you have more fun with King, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. See you guys next time.